Hello, this is Alex Kazmark for thefxedge.com, and this is your free daily Forex video for August 21st, 2009. One reminder before I begin, the purpose of this free daily video is education and not an alert service. I'm not going to make any trade recommendations, but what I am going to do is conduct levels of support and resistance on our daily time graphs for the next 12 to 24 hours. Please keep in mind that trading with leverage is very risky, so please don't trade any real money until you have established a proven track record on a demo account. Trading conditions are always changing, so make sure to tune into tomorrow's video to stay updated. Happy Friday, everybody. We continue to see more price consolidation ahead of today's economic data releases. First up, out of Europe, we have the French and German manufacturing and services purchasing managers indices, followed by the U.S. existing home sales data. The indices are supposed to show signs of improvement, yet are expected to remain in contraction mode below the significant 50 level. Out of the U.S., existing home sales numbers are expected to increase to 5 million from 4.89. And later on, Bernanke will be speaking about the economic crisis, specifically over the last year. Okay, well, let's take a look at the euro dollar on the daily. Currently trading at 142.50. We expect a little volatility ahead of the data out of the Eurozone and then the US. So we anticipate to stay below the 143 level, perhaps consolidate somewhere between the 142.50, 143 level, perhaps test the 142 to the downside as first level of support for the euro. Below the 142, we're going to see 141.60, then 140.84, followed by 140.45 as the next levels of resistance. Levels of support for the euro. First level of resistance is going to be found at 142.68, which was yesterday's high. This is more 142.72. I had my line there drawn incorrectly. Above 142.72, we're going to look for 143. 143 being the more important level to keep an eye out for on today's close. We may see some wicks up to the 143.25 level. I would prefer to see us close below 143.25 if we're going to see further dollar strength. Above 143.25, a last level of resistance is going to be at 144.50. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pound dollar. Currently trading at 165.05. Once again, we had some price movement, but still consolidated in a fairly tight range. This is just volatility that we've seen over the last few days. Market is really trying to test some waters, and now that we've definitely weren't able to break above the 65.80 level, weren't able to close below the 64.25 level, we're going to continue to see some price consolidation ahead of the economic data releases. So our first level of resistance hasn't changed. We're still going to keep that at 65.80, followed by 166.66, 167.22, and 170 as the last level of resistance. Our first level of support is going to be found at 164.25, followed by 163.34, 162.75, and 162 even. As you can see, this isn't rocket science. We're going to see wicks that go right above these levels. What's important is you can see there's a lot of resistance here over the last few days. Resistance here, some resistance here. So keep in mind that we may see wicks above or below as this isn't exact. Let's take a look at the next one, and that's dollar yen. Currently trading at 94.17. Equities continue to move up. Well, rather, they continue to bounce around between the 93.50 level and the 9200 level approximately. We've continued to see some momentum back up to the upside near the 9400 level. As long as we stay under 94.50, I think we're going to see further market deterioration. as often as the bears have tested the waters, we haven't really seen a lot of short covering and movements above the 9,400 level. So I think it's going to remain important to see what happens specifically on the equities in order for this yen to either break up to the upside, for the dollar to break up to the upside, or for the yen to continue gaining ground below the 93 level and below the 90 level further. Our first level of resistance is going to be found at 94.50. Followed by 95.21, 95.81, 96.50, 97, and 97.70. 97 and 97.70 are quite far out there. We're going to keep them there just in case, as they're fairly important, as this was the last pivot high. 97 is more technically, more psychologically important than it is technically. First level of support is going to be found at 93.60, followed by 93.30, 92.85, and 92.40. These levels are the same as yesterday's, haven't changed anything. 93.60 level was really a target. We weren't able to close below that level during mid-July. Tested the 93.30 level with some wicks. 92.85 was important here when the market was ranging and really testing to see if there was going to be further downside. That's where the 92.50 level came in, 92.40 level, and we weren't able to close below that. So that's the reason those levels are in place. Let's take a look at the last currency, and that's dollar Swissy. Currently trading at 106.30. We have this as a level of support for the dollar. We're going to take that out now, considering that's exactly where we're trading. We are still above this trend line that we drew. And our first level of support is going to be found at 105.75, which are these lows tested early August. Next level of support is at 105.40, followed by 104.77. Guys, there's absolutely nothing below 104.77. We've had some wicks there, but no major close. So a close below 105.75 is going to be significant. A break below this trend line. What I'd like to see is some upside movement, perhaps breaking this pivot high, and then we'll continue to see further dollar strength. First level of resistance is going to be found at 107, followed by 107.40, 108, 108.30, and 108.80. We're not going to talk about the 109.33 level. We had that up there from last week, but now that we are completely out of that zone, we're going to keep an eye out on these levels first. If you'd like a more detailed analysis with our potential trade opportunities and our current trades, please join us in the members section. This has been Alex Kaczmarek for the FXEdge.com free daily Forex video for August 21st, 2009. Happy Friday, everyone. Enjoy the weekend and good luck trading.